Professor, clearly the hotel quarantine regime is one area that's letting Victoria down. In your view, are hotels the best way to quarantine in a pandemic like this?
Well, I don't think they're the best way, because if we wind back 100 years and we look at how quarantine was done there, big field, separate buildings, people on this ship come into this building, they stay there for 2 weeks and go out together. It's a lot easier than trying to do it in a vertical building. We've got lift shafts coming up and down and a high risk of cross-contamination. But we live in 2020, so we have to deal with what we have to deal with. Obviously what's happened here, though, it's a huge shame, just about a travesty actually, that we have an outbreak of some size occurring in Victoria because of leakage out of quarantine, a government-run situation. The procedures need to be improved. We're told they've been improved. I hope they've been improved. It needs to be watertight and done with military precision.
Given what we're seeing, how likely do you think this chain is to spread beyond the suburbs that have now been locked down?
Yeah, great question. Almost certainly. And indeed, if you look where the cases are now, they're popping up in other places. So, for example, there were cases today in a menswear store in the CBD. So what I think will happen is that these 10 suburbs or postcodes will be in lockdown, and we'll probably see a few more exceed the threshold that Brett Sutton set, which was a rate higher than twice the background Victorian average, and also in that postcode a rate of greater than 20 per 100,000, I think it was. I think we'll see a few more postcodes trip over, and then hopefully we'll get on top of it and this outbreak will be over.
What's your take on whether people should be wearing masks on things like public transport or in cinemas when they reopen and so on?
No-brainer, yes. The evidence on masks has strengthened up enormously. Lancet, one of our top medical journals, published a systematic review earlier this week. Wearing masks, even the surgical masks, so not the full sort of respiratory type masks, lowers your risk by 70% or so. Now, 70% of lowering your risks means that you're less likely to get it and spread to somebody else. And think about it. With this pandemic, what we're trying to do is have really good testing, surveillance, all these measures, physical distancing. One more like masks could help tip it so that we don't see another outbreak and we can open up to having 50 people at the pub, that sort of thing, will give us more leeway, if you like. The other good thing about masks is that it doesn't really have an economic impact on the community. You don't have to close pubs and stuff. People can go out and go to the supermarket and use the train to go to work, and as long as they're using masks, it doesn't have that spillover bad economic effects. It does have some serious attractions as well as benefits.
Professor Leigh, thanks for your time today.
Pleasure.
Hi, I'm Leigh Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.